Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to create procedural spiral staircase in Houdini. So before we go into Houdini, I would like to show you the reference image for that thing. Okay, so over here I am going to create this kind of staircase. Okay, so first of all I am going to create this one step, okay, which basically include this cylindric, that is the base for that, base pipe or base pillar for that particular thing, and this stuff, this tape. Okay, so let's move into Houdini. So over here I am going to create one geometry container. I just go inside this particular stuff, and over here first of all I am going to create one null, and I just create one controller, and I prefer that over here I create two parameter panel, in which one I locked for this controller. Now to create that particular step, over here I need some basic parameter. So to do that I just apply edit parameter interface over here. In that over here I have this float parameter. I just call that float parameter. Over here I just name it as step length, that is step length. Over here I just define range, maybe 1 to 10. One more parameter, that is step angle, and over here I prefer that I apply 25° to 45°, because we need that kind of angular shape for that. So I prefer that 25 to 45°. So I lock those parameters over here. I create one more, that is step height, over here 0 to 3 right now, and I need one more parameter, that is pillar radius, that is center pillar radius. Okay, and I just set range from maybe 0 to 3. Okay, and I just apply accept. So now we have this thing. So right now I just give a little parameter over here like 10, 25, it is okay for me, 1, and center pillar maybe 0.4, something like that. So first of all I am going to create that center pillar. So for that thing over here I need one tube. Okay, so I just create that particular tube. Now I just need to copy this thing and paste over here in radius scale, paste relative reference over here. Definitely we need to convert that particular stuff into polygon, and over here you can define this step height. So I just copy this parameter and I just apply that particular stuff to my height of cylinder, paste relative reference over here, and I just copy this parameter height and I just come over here in height, paste relative reference and just divide it by 2. So I get something like this over here. Okay, so now I get controllers on that. Okay, you can apply hand caps if we need that kind of stuff. Now I'm going to create that step. Okay, this step I want to create. Okay, and that for that I need that arc shape over here. So I'm going to do that. So over here I'm going to create one circle in which I just apply X, Z. Over here definitely polygon. I just click over here. Okay, I just set it to template mode, and over here I have this step length. So I just copy this parameter and paste over here in its scale. paste relative reference. So basically we get a bigger circle over here. Now I need a simple arc from that, so I just apply open arc. Now over here I have this tape angle, so I just copy this parameter. I just come over here, paste relative reference, and we get something like this over here. Now I want this particular stuff should be center of this x coordinate. Okay, so to do that I just copy this parameter, come over here in rotation, I just paste the relative reference and divide it by 2. So I get definitely over here I need to apply minus. So now I get this particular stuff into the center. So it is preferable that I see that particular thing in top view. Now if you change this radius, we get something like this over here. Now I need one more circular pattern over here. Okay, and that is little bigger than our pillar radius. Okay, so to do that over here I am going to create one more circle. Same thing, XZ plane, polygon, over here open arc. And now what I prefer over here is that I just copy this parameter, and over here 180 minus paste relative reference. Okay, so we get something like this over here. Now I want to apply this radius. So for that thing over here, whatever the radius of this center pillar, I just copy this parameter, paste relative reference over here, paste relative reference, and I need a little offset for that. Right now it just set like this, so I need little offset, and for that purpose over here I just apply plus, again paste relative reference, the same pillar radius, and divide it by maybe 5. Okay, so see we get a little offset over here. So now whenever you apply something like this, so it just maintain its ratio. Now definitely over here I need to rotate that particular stuff also. So over here I just copy this parameter, paste relative reference over here, divide it by 2, and over here I just apply minus, but it will give me result like this. So over here what I need to do is that just I need to apply maybe 180 minus this. So we get in this direction this thing. Now what I need to do is that over here I need to merge these two stuff. So basically we get something like this over here. Now I just apply an add operator, delete geometry but keep points, go to polygon, over here by group, and I just prefer over here just click on close. So now I get these particular things over here like this. Okay, so now I need a little, give a little depth over here. So for that reason over here, first of all I need to reverse my normal direction. So like this. Now I just apply poly extrude over here, and I can extrude this particular stuff, but over here I also prefer that that extrusion should be also set according to the height of this particular step. So to do that I just copy this parameter, paste relative reference over here, and I just divide it by maybe 5 only. So we get little ratio over here, and definitely over here we just need to click output back. Okay, so we get something like this over here. Now I just apply one more time, one transform, and over here whatever the step height I just copy this thing, and in Y I just paste the relative reference over here. So we get something like this over here. Okay, so now I have this pillar, I have this tape, so definitely need to merge that two stuff over here. So we get this one step. Okay, so now we have a proper control on it like this. Okay, so now what I need over here is that whatever the step angle we assign over here, it basically apply that copied that particular step according to that angle. Okay, and to do that, first of all what we need over here is that number of step. Okay, so I just creating one more parameter, and this time because number of steps should be in integer formation, so I just select this integer parameter, click over here, and over here steps, number of steps, and I just set maybe minimum should be 1 and maximum maybe right now range should be 50, and I just apply accept. Now over here I'm going to apply copy and transform, in which I have to define this step height. I just copy this particular stuff and paste in Y over here, so we get something like this over here. Now I just increase number of steps and I just copy this parameter and paste over here, paste relative reference, so we get that much of steps. Okay, so right now definitely I just reduce it by 2. Now this particular step should be rotated in such manner. Likewise, if I jump into top view and I just move, change my view to wireframe mode. Now if I rotate this particular stuff, this should be rotate like this. That basically we need to little intersect between over here. The reason is that over here we need this railing pipe over here that basically go through these 2 steps over here like that. Okay, so for that reason we need intersection area over there. So to do that, over here I just copy this parameter, okay, paste a relative reference over here, so basically we do not get any offset over here. So what we need to do is that I just apply minus, again paste relative reference and divide it by maybe 10. So now see we get something like this over here. And if I move into perspective view, and now if I apply like this, we get something like this over here. Okay, so we create our first stage over here. So now we move forward, and now I'm going to create that pillar. Okay, and to do that, over here I'm going to create one add operator, and through which basically I'm going to add one point. Now this point, I just generate that particular point over here. So now I need to move that particular point in a proper direction. Okay, so for that I just copy this parameter, in X paste relative reference over here, minus, again paste relative reference over here and divide it by like 50. So now see we get our point over here approx. I just view in top view. So see it's close to 10 but not 10. Okay, because we need that little offset over here, so that whenever we apply that profile to this particular curve, okay, that we basically assign onto this, that get a little space over here. Okay, so now what I need to do is that over here I am going to apply one transform, and right now I prefer that I just set it to maybe 2 over here, and I just click over here like this. So I need this particular point should be come over here. So to do that, over here whatever the rotation I get, so I just copy this parameter over here, just come over here and paste relative reference, divided by 2, and over here I just need to apply minus. So now see we get that particular point over here, and now even if you change anything it just set over there. Okay, so I have this thing. Now what I need to do is that over here whatever the copy I apply over here, I just need to right click, action, and go to create reference copy. So basically it automatically connect all parameter with each other. So now I need to copy it over here. So basically I get that points like this over here. Okay, but over here what we need over here is that we need one more point, because we get till over here, but I need that particular point over here also. So for that purpose I just need to apply +1 over here, and we get something like this. Now I need to create one line, so I just apply one line over here, and for that line size, so here I have this line, so that should be my railing height. So for that I need to create one more parameter, and that should be in float over here, rail height, railing height. I just apply range, that is maybe 1 to 10, that is fine. Apply, accept. Now I just copy this parameter and paste relative reference over here, and over here I just increase that length like this, maybe something like this. Okay, now what I need to do is that I just need to apply copy to point, and over here this is my object and this is my points. So now I get something like this over here. Okay, so basically this is my base for that railing, and now I'm going to create that handrail pipe over here. Okay, and to do that I need to select, or I need only top points onto this thing. Okay, and to do that over here I'm going to create one group expression. Over here I just set points, start points, and over here I have first point of primitives. So I got selection of this particular thing. Now what I need to do is that over here I need to apply one blast operator, and in which I just blast that start point. So now basically I get those points. Okay, so over here what I need to do is that over here I need to apply one add operator, polygon by group. So I get something like this over here. Now see, it look very rigid, or you can say that very straightened. So to apply a smoother shape to this, I just apply one resample operator, and through which basically I increase the segment, but I need smoothness in that particular stuff. So over here it is preferable that we apply interpolating curves. So basically that particular curve basically goes, or you can say that it passed through that original point. See, like this. Like if I click over here, we get something like this, and that is very important. Okay, so we get this curve for our handrail. So now I am going to give a little profile to this particular curve. So to do that over here, first of all I need that I want to convert that particular stuff into pipe. So I need basically pipe radius for that thing. So for that over here I just apply one more parameter, rail size, handrail size, and over here I just set it to maybe 0 to 0.4. Apply, accept, and over here I just apply like this right now, maybe 0.2. Okay, now what I need to do is that over here I'm going to apply one sweep operator, and in that I need to apply round tube, in which I just copy this parameter and paste the relative reference over here. So we get something like this over here. Like this. But as you see in reference image, it is little extended from that pillar. Okay, so to do that, what I need to do is that I just come over here, and over here I just select this sweep. In that we have option that we can set polygon over here, and over here it also provides that facility that we can put those polygons into one group by default. So now over here we have poly extrude, in which you have to define end caps, and over here you just apply little extension over here. Now I am going to apply one more, that is poly bevel, same end cap like this, and give little more division. It will be like this. Okay, so at both end you get this particular stuff. Now you can also create controller for that, but right now I am not going to do that. Now what I need to do is that over here we have this pillar, so I'm going to apply thickness to that also. So to do that, over here I just apply one more sweep operator. Now over here what I prefer is that this main rail has little more thickness, so highest thickness is for this thing. So I'm going to apply, like I just copy this parameter, and in sweep definitely we apply a round tube over here, paste relative reference, and I just divided that particular stuff by 1.2. Okay, and now if I merge this two stuff over here, see, we get something like this way. So it might possible that you can play maybe 1.4, give a little more thinner things over here. Okay, so now I am going to create one more merge operator. I just merge these steps with these things to see the result. Okay, so we get very nice result over here. You see, it passed through this particular stuff and like that. So now next is that we need to create these bars. Okay, that designer patterns for that, or that grill kind of stuff that we have for our railing. Okay, so that I want to create. And see, the important stuff is that it is not basically passed through this railing pillar. It's just outside of that particular stuff. Okay, so to do that, so here I'm going to create one more time one line, and the height of this should be, copy this parameter, paste relative reference, that is your railing height, minus step height. Okay, so we get something like this over here that I can show you. Like this. Now I need to move this particular stuff as per our step height. So just move little over here like this. Okay, so now what I need to do is that over here I'm going to again copy to point, in which I'm going to apply this line and this point that we have over here as reference points. So we get right now something like this. Okay, so see, from here to here. Now I need that how many bars we need over here, and to do that over here I'm going to create one more parameters, and that should be an integer, and that is bars, number of bars, range, that should be maybe 1 to 10, apply, accept. Now what I need to do over here is that first of all I'm going to resample this particular stuff. Okay, in which I just remove this thing, maximum segment length, and over here I prefer that I apply maximum segment, and that should be, I just need to copy this parameter, paste a relative reference over here. Okay, so now we have 2, so basically we get 1 and 2 basically. Okay, so we need at least 2 points. We do not need this point, right, and the end of this process. Okay, so we just need 2 bars over here, so we get that thing over here. So now what you need to do is that over here you just apply. So basically, see, I'm working on only one line right now. So over here I'm going to apply group range, through which I'm going to apply 1, and that should be points. So right now we get something like this over here, and over here I just apply invert selection. So over here you can write down something like top point. Okay, and I'm going to apply blast over here. That should be my top point. So right now we get something like this over here only. Okay, as well as over here I prefer that I'm going to create one attribute, that is ptn, and over here you have to write down ptnum. So basically it just store that point number information into one attribute called ptn. So now we get something like this over here. I just increase these points. Okay, so basically what happened that over here, if I click on this thing, info panel, and over here if I click on this ptn, and maybe if I want the statistic of that particular stuff, so I just click marker. So now see, each and every ptn, so over here we get same values over here like this. So what I need to do is that over here I'm going to apply one add operator. Go to polygon by group, and over here you have to define by attribute, and over here you just have ptn. And definitely I just come over here, delete geometry but keep the point. Okay, and now to do the same stuff I just apply, I want to smoother this particular stuff, so over here I'm going to apply resample, in which I just apply 0.3 interpolating curve like this. But now see what happened over here is that it basically passed through this particular pillar, so I need that offset over here. So basically I want that particular stuff in the normal direction of this thing. So basically in circular, if we consider this as circle, so we need that particular stuff over here. So to do that over here, what am I going to do? And just apply one attribute VOP. I just go inside that particular stuff, and over here I'm going to create one vector to float. I just apply it over here. One more, that is float to vector, and I just apply this and this over here like this. And now I just apply one normalization. Okay, and see, if I want to see this particular stuff in a graphical representation over here, I just apply this to my normal information, and if I click over here to see the normal direction of this thing, okay, I just bypass this thing, so you can get that. Okay, see, we get in that particular direction. So now I just pass on these things, and over here I am going to create one parameter, that is basically offset. I just write down offset over here, and I just multiply that offset with this value, and that should be add into my original position. That should be goes into position. Okay, so now over here I have one offset information over here. So what I need to do is that first of all I need to offset this particular stuff according to the radius of this thing. So to do that I just copy this parameter, come over here, paste relative reference over here, So now see, we get offset over here. But now what we are going to do over here is that I am going to apply sweep over here, in which I am going to apply the same rail size, copy parameter, round tube, paste relative reference, and maybe divide it by 2. So we get little bit over here like this, but the problem over here is that it still intersect with that, because we have this radius. So what we need to do is that whatever the radius we get over here, we just copy this particular stuff, come over here, apply plus, paste relative reference over here. So now see, we get that offset. And now definitely we need to action that stuff also. So to do that, over here I just need to apply single polygon and cap. Same process, I just copy that process over here, apply over here. So we get a little bit over here, so I just reduce a little bit, maybe over here, reduce like this. And now I am going to merge that particular stuff over here. So we get something like this over here, and now we get this. Okay, so now what I need to do is that over here I just need to increase that shape size. Maybe I can just change the rotation, or you can set that angle of this particular stuff, height of that thing. You can change the center pillar radius, and you will get a proper result from that. Railing height, you can play with that thing. You can play with your size pillar, that numbers of bar that you want over here, more bars, you can get that. Okay, so that's how you can get this procedural spiral staircase. And see, through this example you can learn so many things. Okay, how to transfer attribute, how to use VOP, how to deal with group expression, and so many things that basically help you to learn procedural approach. So hope you like this tutorial. See you soon with another tutorial. Thank you.